They say that memories are like sepia colored, but even as an adult, I can still vividly recall the memories of my first love, along with her voice and bright smile.
Shall I marry you?
What?
You're taking it seriously?
Don't tease me. Can't you be a little more ladylike?
You're so easy, it's cute.
In middle school, I was a quiet and shy boy with a dark personality, but she saved me with her brightness. I never said it, but I was completely in love with her, who was the complete opposite of me. Time passed, and at the wedding, the bride next to me didn't smile at all compared to my first love, even though it was a celebration of marriage. A loveless marriage. My name is Nagasaki Kazuto. After getting married, my last name will change to Dejima Kazuto. I'm a 24-year-old office worker. I work at a small machines parts company run by my father. And the name of the person I'm getting married to today is Dejima Rana. She's the same age as me, 24, and the only daughter of a shipbuilding company owner who is well known in this area. The company she works for has a monopoly on the parts we make, so our company, which is on the verge of collapse, will be able to earn a stable income. This marriage seems like a win-win at first glance. If you ignore the fact that it ignores the will of the people involved.
Kazuto.
Oh, sorry. Did you hear the sarcasm?
Let's just give up. It was meant to be this way.
Is it really that easy to accept? I couldn't even smile at her, who hadn't smiled once since we met. After that, the wedding ceremony ended and we came to her father's new house without a second wedding party or honeymoon. It's a house that's too big for just the two of us. Some people really have money.
What are you looking around for?
I still can't believe we're going to be living here together.
You need to accept it. You and I are married.
That's right. There are also real loves that start with fakes. All I can do is take care of her with all my heart. Rana,
What?
what's your favorite food?
What?
I thought I'd make dinner tonight. You must be tired from the wedding.
You don't have to do anything extra. I'll make it.
Really? Is there anything I can do?
There is one thing.
What?
You know there are 3 rooms upstairs, right?
Yeah, the bedroom, my room, and yours.
Don't go into my room no matter what.
What?
As long as you keep that rule, you're free. I'll make dinner then.
Rana.
And I don't think we need a bedroom. Let's sleep in our own rooms at night.
Okay. As soon as we got married, we were separated, and my heart was filled with a dark shadow. A week later, life after marriage was awkward. I'll give you the materials next week. Thank you for your hard work. Rana's father, the president of the company, decided that half of the week would be spent working remotely.
Kazuto, please have some coffee.
Thanks. To be honest, it's not something I'm particularly grateful for at the moment, but I guess that goes for Rana too. Hey, Rana?
What?
Are you really happy you married me? You can't be happy with me, right?
We're still talking about that? If we hadn't gotten married, your company and mine wouldn't have been able to form a cooperative relationship. We wouldn't have been able to make the employees happy.
I'm saying that there was no need for us to get married for that reason.
That's...
There are many advantages to becoming related by blood rather than just a business partnership. In fact, our company, which had been running at a loss due to this marriage convenience, was saved.
Then what is it that you're dissatisfied with about this marriage?
I'm not dissatisfied. I'm just worried that you're suffering.
You don't want to be with me that much?
That's not what I meant.
That's enough. I'm going back to my room. Don't come in no matter what.
I understand. Her eyes, which seemed to have a detached view of everything and had given up on everything. I could only watch her go off to do the housework. Then, a week later, a woman called Tomomiya, who was a friend of hers from high school, came to visit.
What a wonderful guy. Aren't you hot in love after getting married? I'll leave it to your imagination.
Seems like a bright person. I can't believe she's a friend of Rana's. It's quite unexpected.
You've already told him, right? What?
Hmm?
The story of your first love. You said you'd tell him about it as soon as you got married.
What?
Tomomiya. What? No, wait, you haven't told him yet? You said it's important. It's fine, let's not talk about that anymore. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, Kazuto.
Okay. No, it's impossible. After leaving such a bombshell, Tomomiya left us to escape. After Tomomiya left, I thought about the words she said in my room. Thinking about it normally, it means that Rana has a first love. Maybe she still loves that person. First love. Sour words make me think of the past. Ichiki Iruka. That's the name of my first love. I'm a quiet guy, and she's a cheerful girl. We're like oil and water. She got involved with me a lot. One day, I was teaching her in the classroom after class.
Oh, I get it. You're really good at teaching. Thanks.
You're actually pretty smart, aren't you? You're different from how you look.
You're mean. But thanks. Even the teacher gave up on me.
It's only natural. You're my friend.
Huh? What if I told you I want to be more than just friends?
What?
Your face is red again. How many times are you gonna fall for it? That's hilarious.
Iruka! An important page in my youth which makes me feel warm. Alright. Even though my love is not going to bear fruit, there's still a possibility for Rana-san. Made up my mind to break up with her. 10 minutes later, I was standing in front of her door. Thinking about it, this is the first time I've ever stood in front of her door like this. Rana? Are you there? I have something important to talk to you about. What? Footsteps. What? She's coming out? She closed it.
I told you not to come in, didn't I?
I didn't come in. I just knocked.
Don't come in means stay away.
Sorry.
Did you hear me?
What?
I said, did you hear me?
Did you say something? I didn't hear anything at all.
I see.
Rana? I have something important to talk to you about.
What?
I want a divorce.
What?
The first love Tomomiya mentioned. I don't know if that person is someone you can still meet. I think it's hard to live a married life while thinking about your first love.
Kazuto.
It's important that we both be happy at work, but you also have to be happy. So...
No.
What?
I definitely don't want a divorce.
What? She went back into her room. What does that mean? I didn't think she'd refuse a divorce, so my head went blank. After that, our loveless marriage continued as before. 2 weeks later, I finished working late at the office and came home a little late. I'm home. She won't reply even if I say that. I already ate, so I'll rest in my room. Thinking that, I went upstairs. At that moment...
Ah!
What? A woman screaming? The door to Rana's room was half open. Rana! The scream made my head go blank. I forgot about my promise of Rana and ran into the room. But there...
Ah! Don't come!
A horror movie? She left the room with the movie still playing. That scared me. Wait, I need to get out of the room. Wait, This movie. I saw it once of Iruka at the cinema. She was too scared to watch it by herself, so she asked me to go with her. What a coincidence. What's that on the shelf? What? Why?
Kazuto?
Ah!
Ah!
Rana, you're back?
I was in the bath. I told you not to come in. Did you see it?
Why is that there? The photo I saw on the wall wasn't something I could have imagined. Why do you have a photo of me in middle school?
You saw it.
What? She's crying?
I was going to reveal the secret in a cool way, but it got exposed in the worst possible way.
What's going on? Wait, are you?
That's right. I'm Ichiki Iruka. I'm the fake gal whose first love is you.
What? Fake? My first love's personality and name were different. My first love and the girl I remember was completely different, and I just kept panicking. After 10 minutes, I somehow calmed down. Iruka, formerly known as Rana, began to speak.
My father raised me very carefully, but at the same time, I was also raised as the president's daughter.
Raised?
Educated at a very exclusive elementary school. The teaching was strict, and even the way you said good morning was drilled in from the angle of etiquette. On top of that, because I was the daughter of the president of Dejima Shipyard, I was looked down on by other students, and I was also shunned by them.
Sounds tough.
Yeah, it was pretty dark. That's why, before I graduated elementary school, I let loose.
Let loose?
I wanted to go to a middle school that was more liberal. I didn't want to be looked at strangely just because I was the daughter of Dejima Shipyard, so I wanted to change my name too. I asked my dad while getting angry and even told him I want to be a gal.
Why'd you want to become a gal?
Because I'd been forced to be a good girl for so long, I wanted to be selfish. Fortunately, my dad found a middle school where I could live under those conditions.
The power of Dejima Shipyard is incredible.
But I was a fake gal, so I didn't fit in with the rest of the class.
What? You didn't fit in?
And that's right. Even the teacher treated me differently.
You couldn't fit in even though you weren't introverted?
That's why the two of us got along in class, the two outsiders.
I see.
That's why you were my salvation.
What?
You were kind, and you taught me about studying, and you went out with me to play. I even confessed my feelings to you many times, but I always got embarrassed and said it was a joke.
She wasn't making fun of me.
The time I spent with you in middle school is a precious memory. But when I grew up, I learned that your company was about to go bankrupt, so I asked my father to arrange a marriage between us.
I don't understand that part. Why didn't you tell me you were Ichika Iruka first?
Because I was embarrassed.
What?
I was going to break it to you in a cooler, smarter way. You said you liked demure girls. I wanted to show you my cool, mature side, and then tell you that I'm the gal from back then.
What?
The person who saved the company was your classmate from middle school. I thought that if I did that, you would be grateful to me and fall in love with me. There are love manga videos on YouTube like that.
I see. But you couldn't say it, and it ended up taking this long to get here.
I've been practicing with that photo for a long time. I've been holding back my desire to spend our first night together in the bedroom. I'm so uncool.
You're right. You're uncool, but...
What?
But the uncoolest thing of all is that I didn't realize that my first love was Rana. Will you forgive me?
Your first love? Are you serious?
Iruka, I mean Rana. I like you. Will you marry me?
Yes. I mean, we already have.
In this way, we were truly united. 3 months later, Rana's friend Tomomiya came to visit.
I'm so glad! You're such a tsundere! Don't say that. I was embarrassed. It's not embarrassing to lack arms like that with your husband. It's embarrassing, but I'm happier than I've ever been. Yes, it's a feast.
It's thanks to you, Tomomiya. If you hadn't mentioned the first love that time, I might never have realized how Rana felt about me.
That's not true. I would have told you one day.
I wonder if that's true.
Hey, are you two having a wedding ceremony? What? We already did. That was just a formality. This time, a real wedding with love.
That's a good idea. What do you think, Rana?
If you want to do it, sure.
You're a tsundere as always.
Don't call me a tsundere.
A month later, we held a wedding ceremony with our parents and friends. The venue and food were simple, but it was full of love and happiness. My name is Umi Hachita. I'm 24 years old and work in the planning department at an event company. I've just been given the go-ahead for a new project, so I came to the sales department. That's what it is.
You've come up with another crazy plan, haven't you? It's a good plan, but it's not easy to explain in a way that's easy to understand.
Sorry. I thought you would be able to do it, Shigaraki.
I can't help it.
This woman's name is Shigaraki Tamaki. She's 24 years old and works in the sales department. She's usually cheerful and energetic, but she's strict with me. I'm always causing her trouble, so it can't be helped. But it's a little tough.
What are you daydreaming about? Get back to work.
I'm sorry. After she glared at me, I left the sales department and went straight to the accounting department. How is it? I think we're staying within budget.
But it's just staying within budget. If you think about the details, it's going to exceed that.
This is Koko Shinobu, 24 years old from the accounting department. She's also in charge of calculating the cost for events.
My job is to check the cost. I need you to finalize the details as much as possible during the planning stage.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'll look over it once I get back to you. Please return to the sales department.
Yes. Shigaraki from the sales department and Koka from the accounting department. Even though it was unavoidable because it's work, I was honestly worn out by their cold attitudes. Then one day, I was called into the planning department by the manager. A business trip in the countryside?
Yes. The client is someone in the tourism section of a government office.
Is it for preliminary research for a tourism-related event? I see. I first went to the sales department.
A business trip with Umi?
Yeah. You don't want to, I know.
That's right. I have no time to prepare myself.
What?
Oh, I'm just so surprised that it's happening so suddenly.
That's right. What do you say? Do you want to ask someone else from the sales department to take your place?
Huh? Why?
I think it's better that way.
I have to look over your plans, don't I? I'll go along with you because I have no choice.
Please do. For some reason, I was forced by Shigaraki, whose face was red. I told Koka about the business trip in the same way. It's a one-day trip, so it won't take too long, but...
I understand where we're going, but what about transportation?
It's an express bus.
Express buses are the worst.
What?
I don't understand why you'd be stingy with expenses like that. Express bus travel robs employees of their performance. Why not take the train?
Well, I got a discount ticket for the bus from a tourist agency. And I think it would be rude not to use it.
If that's the case, there's nothing we can do. I'll look forward to seeing you on the day.
Yes. As always, she's cool and collected. She's not particularly unhappy about having to go on a business trip with me. That doesn't mean she's particularly happy about it either. That dry response, which should be natural, somehow made me feel a little lonely. Next Friday morning at 5 a.m., I was waiting for the two of them at the express bus station. Ugh, I'm so sleepy. A 4-hour bus ride to our destination.
Umi, sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, good morning, Shigaraki.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Koka.
What?
Well then, I'll give you the bus tickets.
Wait a second, Umi. Who is that person?
What?
That's my line.
This is Shigaraki from the sales department. This is Koka from the accounting department. Oh, didn't I tell you it was a business trip of us three?
What?
Sorry, guys.
What's going on? I thought it was just us two going on a business trip. The same goes for me. You can't even report properly. Shall we start over from the interview?
Sorry. I made a terrible mistake. I was caught in the cold gaze of the two of them. The bus that arrived was empty, and I sat in the seat at the very back of the bus, as if I was trying to escape from the two of them. I guess this is what it's like on a weekday. I'll rest until we get there. What?
What?
Shigaraki? There are plenty of other seats available.
It's not a reserved seat, so I can sit wherever I like.
But... What? Koka?
Is something wrong?
There are other seats available.
That's right. There's no need to sit next to Umi. Doesn't that go for you as well? It's fine for me. That's not an explanation at all.
Hey, calm down, both of you. And so I spent an awkward time being sandwiched between the two of them. After that, we arrived at our destination, and the three of us had a meeting with the local government's tourism officials. And then we went to a cafe for lunch and discussed things. Young men and women as a target audience.
I think we should make the event appealing, not only as a tourist destination, but also as a place to move to. It's quite a difficult task.
Anyway, I'm going to do some reporting until the 6 p.m. bus. You two can do whatever you like.
What are you saying? Take me too.
What?
An event targeting young men and women, right? My opinion is definitely needed.
That's true.
You're okay with that too, right, Koka? Yes, I don't mind. Okay, then let's go. Yes. I'll buy the bus ticket for the return trip.
Shigaraki brought me to a small amusement park. I was recommended to come here by someone from the tourist department, but it's a better amusement park than I thought.
There are lots of places for young people to play, but they're not making the most of it. If they spend money and advertise it properly, it'll be okay.
I don't think it'll be that easy.
What are you talking about? You're always able to make things work, and that makes you amazing.
What?
And what's wrong?
I'm just surprised that you would praise me.
Huh? I always compliment you, don't I?
What?
What do you mean, what? I always say your plans are good.
No, I always thought I was a nuisance.
You're not a nuisance. Your plans are worthwhile as a salesperson.
Is that so?
Well, it's difficult to tell someone how you feel. Then,
What? She crossed her arms.
here, how's this?
Even if you asked me that.
Don't try to dodge the question. Surely you can tell how I feel.
No way. This makes it sound like she has feelings for me. No way. I can't believe it. Spent the rest of the day with Shigaraki like a couple in love. At 6 p.m., we were back at the highway bus station.
Ah, that was fun. And we got all the coverage we needed for the event.
Yeah.
Good work. Shigaraki, here's your bus ticket for the return trip.
Oh, thanks.
Let's go then, Umi.
What?
Huh?
I booked a hotel room. I thought you might still need some time to cover the event.
What? What are you talking about?
I let you have them during lunch.
What?
It's my turn now. Time to go then.
Hey, Koka!
Could it be? She likes Umi too?
I was taken to the hotel by Koka without even hearing Shigaraki's muttering. After that, we were having dinner at the hotel restaurant. The night view is beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, there are lots of quiet, wonderful places in this area. I think it would be good if we could show that off without spending any extra money.
You're saying the opposite of what Shigaraki said. But I feel bad to have you pay for the meal, let alone the hotel.
No, it's just what I wanted to do to show my gratitude.
Gratitude?
Yes. Thank you for listening to my complaints about various things until the end. You're the only one who treats me like that, Umi.
I see.
I have one question. Are you and Shigaraki in a relationship?
What? No!
I'm glad to hear that. It means I have a chance.
What?
The bus leaves tomorrow at 12. Let's spend some time together before then.
Yes. I thought she hated me, so that was unexpected. I was suddenly popular, but I felt more confused than happy. That confusion got even bigger when I got back to the office. Even after more than a week, we still hadn't been able to come up with a plan. So the three of us ended up having a meeting in the conference room.
Spending money isn't the answer. Even if you make a big splash, people who want a quiet life won't be happy.
Young people don't want to live stingily. If you want to liven up the area, you have to liven up everyone else too.
Both of you calm down.
Which one will you choose, Umi?
Of course, it's my idea, right?
Plan isn't coming together at all. This is the first time this has happened.
What are you to Umi in the first place, Kosaka?
We're not in any relationship. But I don't know what will happen from now on.
What is that? A declaration for war?
I don't know if it will turn into a fight, though.
You...
Hey, calm down. Ah!
What?
Umi?
I think I've reached my limit of distress and I just passed out. I woke up in a hospital bed while being given an IV. Wait, you two?
Oh, you're awake.
Are you okay? The doctor said it was just overwork.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry for causing you trouble.
That's my line.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
About the plan for the event, I'm okay with Koka's.
What?
No, I'm fine with Shigaraki's idea. There was no need to compete.
That's my line. I felt like the person chosen for the plan would be more important to Umi.
You guys.
It doesn't make any sense to be a nuisance to you just because of that. I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. So, about the project. I'll choose both.
What?
The two of them were surprised at my words. 3 months later, the event we had taken on was a huge success. The three of us were in a meeting room summarizing the results.
What? Spend money on the parts that needed to be exciting.
And kept the budget down for the quieter parts.
In the end, it's the best of both ideas.
But ideas like that tend to be half-baked.
It was Umi's ability that made it possible to put it together and make it a success.
Thanks. Even ideas that anyone could think of were missing from me at that time. It was wrong to think that I had to choose one. Thank you both. You're both my number one.
Huh? What?
Hmm?
Does that mean you'll make both of us your girlfriend at the same time?
What?
That's true. That might be the most rational thing to do.
What are you two saying? Whoa! You're closing in on me like that time on the bus.
You can choose one of us in the end.
But until then, please hold on to both of us.
What? It seems like my troubles will continue for a while yet. My name is Hoshiyuki Yokote, 22 years old. I'm a new employee who has just started working in the sales department boy Komi I've always dreamed of.
Then let me introduce you to your supervisor, Izumi Yukawa. She's 4 years your senior.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is my supervisor. Huh? 4 years my senior, so she must be 26 years old. Even so.
What? I'm not sure it's polite to stare at people's faces like that. Didn't you learn that in training?
I'm sorry. I thought you were cool.
Cool. Oh, he didn't call you beautiful or pretty. Isn't that a first? Please, it's work hours right now. Yokote, I'll explain the future scheme in the meeting room, so follow me.
Yes. In this way, I started my first day as a sales employee, which I admired with Yukawa-san. My heart was filled with excitement as I stepped out into the working world. However, the next morning, on the way to the office the next morning, I overheard a conversation between my seniors.
Who would have thought Yukawa-san would be Yokote's supervisor?
Are you serious?
The boss said that there were circumstances with the new recruits.
Does this mean that there's a possibility that Yukawa-san's a terrifying demon boss?
I don't know which, but it's certain that Yukawa-san is a strict boss.
I'm worried.
Good morning, Yokote.
Whoa, Yukawa-san!
Did I startle you? So, did you finish the assignment from yesterday?
Yes. I will turn it in later. Training began, as I was unable to shake off my worries from the gossip I heard about from the seniors. Then, 2 weeks later, the manager spoke to me while I was resting alone in the office during lunch break.
How's Yukawa-san's training?
About that. She's a great senior colleague.
Huh?
Her guidance is easy to understand, and she doesn't say unreasonable things.
But isn't she a bit uptight? She never smiles at work.
No, I think she's cool. She's a cool, smart businesswoman. I want to be like her.
You're fine with just being a smiling puppy like you are now.
A puppy?
That's right. I hope she'll be influenced by you, who is so rich in emotions.
Huh?
By the way, the reason why the newcomers quit last year was because of a family problem.
What?
It wasn't her fault at all. You might have heard the rumors, so I'll just let you know.
Yes, I understand. Yukawa-san is the boss I admire.
That's what he says.
Huh?
I'm sure he's just saying that as flattery.
Yukawa-san? Since when were you here?
It doesn't matter. More importantly, are you ready for your next job?
Yes, I finished it.
You're really diligent. We'll see how long you can keep it up, though. Come on, let's go to the meeting room.
Yes.
It really is like the owner and the dog.
My feelings of uncertainty about Yukawa-san disappeared completely, and I worked even harder for her. 6 months later, I was in the office reporting on the work we'd done to the department manager.
Congratulations on the Wonderland contract! It was a difficult condition, so I'm surprised you were able to get it. Thank you.
And you guys amazing.
This is all thanks to you, Yukawa-san.
You did all the work on this project by yourself, didn't you?
But it was you who made it possible for me to work on my own. Thank you very much.
Oh my, you really are a hopeless case, aren't you?
What?
What?
What's wrong, everyone?
Yukawa-san smiled just now.
What? No, it's just your imagination.
You did smile. It was a really nice smile.
I didn't smile. How could I possibly do such a thing at work?
You smiled.
I didn't smile!
I've never seen Yukawa-san smile before.
The relationship between me and Yukawa-san has become more like partners than senior and junior. I was grateful to be working with Yukawa-san. But 1 month later, while I was working late at the office, I was just staring at Yukawa-san's side profile. For the past 3 days, Yukawa-san was avoiding me. I wonder why. Did I do something to offend her?
Yokote, come here for a second.
Yes. What is it, Yukawa-san?
I have something important to talk to you about.
What? Did I do something wrong? Was I getting a little carried away?
That's not it. You're going to finish today's tasks soon, right?
Yes?
Then let's go out to eat. It's on me.
What? Without understanding why, I ended up going out to eat with Yukawa-san. Half an hour later, in a nice restaurant, I was sitting in front of Yukawa-san, frozen. I come to eat with a woman for the first time in my life.
Are you okay? Don't worry, it's not that expensive, so you don't have to be so nervous.
I'm sorry. This is my first time on a date like this.
What?
Oh! I'm sorry for saying something strange.
It's my first time too.
Hmm?
Anyway, Yokote, I have a favor to ask you.
A favor?
Yes.
What would that be?
A fake.
What?
A fake.
A fake isn't good at work, is it?
No, it's not about work. What I mean is...
Thank you for waiting. This is the appetizer. Thank you.
I think I'll stop talking about this today, actually. Let's just enjoy the food today.
Yes. After that, I spent a dreamlike enjoyable time, but the word fake kept nagging at me. After returning to my apartment where I live alone, I lay on my bed and thought about the true meaning of Yukawa-san's words. Fake isn't a word used very often, is it? I wonder what situations other than work you have to fake yourself in. Oh, this is bothering me. I'll watch some YouTube to take my mind off of things. Oh, there's a new romantic comedy manga video. The result of a fake marriage of a female boss was lovely. What? The moment I saw this thumbnail, the uneasiness in my heart instantly turned to excitement. The next day after work, I was alone with Yukawa-san in the meeting room.
I'm sorry we couldn't talk properly yesterday. I'll talk to you again.
Yes. Yukawa-san's important talk. Could it be?
I want you to be in a fake relationship with me.
Could it be a fake marriage?
Be my childhood friend.
What? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do you mean?
You want me to fake being your childhood friend? Not a marriage?
A childhood friend.
What do you mean by faking being a childhood friend? I can understand if it's a fake marriage because your parents are nagging you to get married, but...
No, it was supposed to be a fake marriage, but that's a bit of a hurdle, so I thought I'd start with childhood friends.
Yukawa-san?
This is for the sake of improving our skills!
Skills?
That's right. The communication skills of adults who had childhood friends were higher than average, according to the results of an Mbappé study.
Is that right?
Have I ever told a lie?
No, never. I understand. I'll become your childhood friend.
Yes.
I doubted it for a moment, but what Yukawa-san says is always correct. I've decided to accept her offer. Since we're childhood friends, we decided to go home together after work.
Let's only be childhood friends when it's just the two of us. People would look at us strange.
I understand, Yukawa-san.
The way you speak is also not good.
What?
Even though we're childhood friends, it's unnatural to use honorifics when addressing each other.
I understand. Then, is this okay? Izumi sis?
Sis!
Oh, was that bad? Sis means you're older than me, so...
No, that's fine. Nice to meet you again, Hoshiyuki.
Yeah. And so me and Yukawa-san, aka Izumi sis, began our childhood friend life together. The next morning, I was dozing off in bed.
Hey, Hoshiyuki, wake up.
Hmm?
You can't sleep in just because it's a day off.
Yukawa-san?
Call me sis.
Oh, sorry. Why are you in my room, Izumi sis?
I came to wake you up since you're my childhood friend. Then I saw the front door open.
No way!
You've got to be careful. Come on. I'll make you some food, so go wash your face.
Okay. She wakes me up in the morning and even makes me breakfast. She's like a childhood friend from a manga who doesn't exist in real life. I was woken up by Izumi sis in the morning, which made my heart pound. And I went to the washroom to change and then went to the dining table. On the table was a delicious looking breakfast. Wow, it looks delicious. You're a good cook, aren't you, sis?
I practiced.
Itadakamasu.
Wait,
Hmm? What?
what's wrong? Open wide.
No, Yukawa-san. I think this is too much, even if we're childhood friends.
Keep the act on. This kind of thing needs momentum. Here, open your mouth.
Yes.
How is it?
It tastes like the most delicious thing in the world.
In the world? That's an exaggeration, Hoshiyuki.
I really thought so. A manga-like experience with my childhood friend because it's fake. I was at a loss for this sudden happiness. But 3 months later, my work performance began to visibly decline. Yukawa-san's performance also dropped. Because of this, we were called into a meeting with the manager.
You haven't been doing well lately.
I'm sorry.
No, there are ups and downs in work, so it's fine, but I think the cause of this is your relationship. You guys aren't getting along lately, are you? Is that leading to a decrease in motivation? No. We're doing a lot of things to improve communication. Communication?
Yes, it's a training method called fake childhood friends.
What? Hey, Yokote! Tell me more.
It's this and that.
I see. You really believed that, Yokote?
Yes.
No wonder that would lower Yokote's motivation. Pretending to be childhood friends with someone you can't even get married with would be mentally draining.
What? What? No, manager, I didn't mean it like that.
So, Yukawa-san, is there any evidence that pretending to be childhood friends will improve your communication skills? No, there isn't.
What?
I was embarrassed by having a fake marriage, so I ended up making him my childhood friend. What are you going to do with all that falsehood?
Yukawa-san was planning to marry me in a fake marriage in the first place? Does that mean...
You two take a half day off from work today and a paid leave for tomorrow. You two need to tell each other your true feelings by the day after tomorrow. That's all.
After saying that, the manager left the meeting room, leaving us alone who had bright red faces. After lunch, we came to the park near the office with our faces still red. Mbappe's research never existed, huh?
I'm sorry for deceiving you.
No, it's okay.
I wanted to be with you, but I didn't have the courage to confess to you directly, so I took advantage of our work relationship.
What is it about me that you like?
From the way you're so serious about your work to the way you complimented my smile, I like everything about you.
I like you too, Yukawa-san.
What?
Both the Yukawa-san at work and in private. So I don't want to pretend. Please, be my real partner.
Yokote...
Whoa! Yukawa-san! People are watching!
Call me Izumi.
What?
Even if we're not childhood friends, you would call me that since we're a couple now. Hoshiyuki.
Okay, Izumi-san. This is how we became a couple. 6 months later, our wedding ceremony was held. We asked our manager, who was our matchmaker, to give a speech. And she ended up giving a speech about how we got along.
Manager, please stop!
This is embarrassing.
Hey, I can hear you! So in the case of these two, there's a possibility that they'll have a fake marriage even if they have a wedding ceremony. So for the sake of true love's light, let's have them kiss again! What?
Manager?
Kiss! 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 What should we do, Hoshiyuki?
We have no choice but to do it. We really do love each other.
Okay. Alright.
Amidst the cheers, we communicated our true feelings without words. My name is Katsuro Katsuo. I'm a 24-year-old office worker. I used to work at the head office in Tokyo. Now I work at a branch office in the countryside. It's a small office with less than 20 employees.
Katsura, please organize this data for me.
Okay.
President, aren't you giving Katsura too many chores?
What?
It was Urayasu Yumeno, the same age as me, who said that as she brought some tea. She's a kind and cheerful woman who always brings me tea, even though I'm a dull guy.
Aren't you making him sort through old work documents? It's already been a month.
This is an important job that can only be done by Katsura.
You don't need to stop her, Urayasu. The president is busy.
But isn't it a bit much to be forced to work as a window seat employee?
You shouldn't get too involved with me. You've probably heard the rumor that I was transferred here because I ruined a department at the head office. So...
That doesn't matter.
Whoa! Her face is so close.
You're part of our team, Katsura. It's not right to exclude someone like that.
Come on, Yumeno. Your smile's too dazzling for a dull guy like him.
Oh, Chief Kaodaki.
Hello. This is Chief Kaodake. As you can see, he's good looking, but he's not a good person, as you can tell from the fact that he calls me a dull guy.
Katsura, sorry for interrupting your work. Urayasu, it's time to get back to your own work.
Yes, I understand.
You don't need to apologize. Well then, Katsura, good luck with work.
Yes.
That's right. Want to have lunch together?
Thank you.
Urayasu and Kaodake seem to be together a lot. At first glance, they look like a good-looking couple, but I wonder how things really are. But for now, I have to get on with my work. I have to go through and organize the huge amount of documents the president brought in. That was my daily work as someone who used to work at the head office. Then a month later, I was working in the company's data room. There seems to be quite a lot of data that hasn't been digitized. It looks like it'll be a lot of work to organize this. Oh, Urayasu? What's wrong?
Sorry. Can you lay down on your back?
What? Why?
Hurry up!
Okay. Is this okay? Whoa! What's going on? She stomped her legs?
I'm finally been able to look down on you. I've always wanted to do this.
Urayasu? She's not the same as usual. What's going on?
I was just sucking up to you because you're from the head office, but you've got nothing. Wouldn't it be normal to bring me brand name goods or sweets for the tea? You're such a useless, dull guy.
She was being nice to me with ulterior motives?
Hey, Katsura, you should quit the company.
What?
What's your reply?
I can't say okay to that.
Why?
I just can't quit the company like that. Isn't that the same for you, Uriyasu?
Then don't come near me again.
What?
You should just keep working at the window. Don't even talk to me, understand?
Yes. From that day on, Uriyasu's attitude towards me changed. The next day, I was working away at my desk by the window, as Uriyasu-san had told me to.
Here's your tea, Chief.
Thanks. Why don't you take some to that guy by the window, too?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh no, Chief Kaodake. Don't say anything unnecessary.
It's tea.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. I wouldn't have served it if Chief hadn't told me to.
Yes. Huh?
What?
No, it's nothing.
Weirdo.
The tea's delicious as usual. This is one that was made again after she went back to the kitchen. She served me delicious tea as usual, even though she supposedly hates me. It might be a small thing, but I was concerned about that. After a month of days like that, I finally called Uriyasu into the resource room.
What do you want? Calling me to a place like this? If you do anything weird, I'll scream until the office hears me.
Uriyasu?
Then you'll not only be out of a job, but your life will be over too.
You don't have to act anymore.
What?
Please stop acting like you used to be a delinquent. It's obvious you're trying too hard.
What do you mean by acting? I'm just...
The contract error of Boy Komi.
What?
3 months ago, you made a huge loss for the company because of this. This information is only known by the president and Kaodake.
How do you know that?
I heard it from someone. And more importantly, Uriyasu,
What?
Kaodake might be a savior to you. But at the same time, haven't you been doing whatever he tells you to do ever since?
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But, for example, he may have ordered you to get me kicked out of the company.
What are you talking about?
Kaodake certainly puts on a good face to everyone, but it's really just a face. He can't hide the fact that he's mocking you in his actions and words.
That's not true. Kayadaki was backing me up.
I knew it.
Oh,
Uriyasu, pretending to be a bad person is hard work. The kinder you are, the more your heart will be broken.
Katsura.
Thank you for the delicious tea as always.
Uh,
I'd like to continue drinking your tea. Well then, I'll head back to the office.
Katsura.
I returned to the office and started to organize the pile of documents that had been piled up on my desk. After that, Uriyasu didn't look at me. A week later, I was working overtime in the office alone. Okay, I've got most of it together.
Katsura?
Uriyasu? What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
What?
It was all as you said. I'm really sorry.
I knew it.
Yes, I was just told to do it by Chief Kaodaki. He said that having a salary thief in the company wouldn't be good for the company, so he wanted me to kick you out.
He said that much? So you pretending to be a delinquent was Chief's idea?
And that was my idea.
What? Oh, even when you stomped your foot down?
Actually, I was told to use my feminine wiles to get you kicked out of the company.
What? Feminine wiles?
Yes. He told me to do this and that because Katsura seemed like he'd be easy to manipulate.
You try to get Ueyasu-san to do something like that?
I tried to get rid of you in that way because I couldn't do something like that.
I think there were other ways she could have done it, but that was the best she could do.
I'm sorry.
What? You don't have to apologize. The only one to blame is Chief Kawadake.
No, it's my fault for doing what Kawadaki told me to do, just because I wanted to stay at the company.
That's not true. I told you before that I can't just quit the company so easily.
But I'm the biggest to blame. It's because my heart was weak.
No.
What?
The worst thing is always the person who takes advantage of the weak. Pretending to be an angel and pushing people into a situation where they have no choice? I can't forgive that.
Katsura, your atmosphere is kind and different.
Uriyasu, can you help me with the final touches?
What?
I'm going to get serious. From that day on, I started working with Uriyasu to finish up the final touches. 2 weeks later, at the time of the company's morning meeting, I was standing in front of everyone with the president.
I'm going to announce the personnel changes now.
Oh, I guess Katsura is going to be leaving since you're standing in front. It's going to be a little sad, like losing an ornamental plant. Huh, and I guess you won't photosynthesize since the dull guys like you don't like the sun.
So, I'd like to announce the new personnel changes.
What? Why is it from Katsura?
Chief Kawadake?
What?
You're fired.
What? What? What are you talking about? I'm fired? What's going on, President?
You know best, don't you?
What? Uriyasu? What's wrong?
3 months ago, there was a contract error with Boikomi. The person in charge was Uriyasu. The company ended up losing a lot of money.
What? President? That's a secret, isn't it?
Yes, you said not to talk about it at the company for her sake. I felt uncomfortable. If you really care about her, you should let her take responsibility for her mistake.
The president at the branch office secretly contacted the head office about this. It's true that it was Ueyasu's mistake, but it seems suspicious. So I've been sent from the head office to investigate.
Investigate? You were demoted because you destroyed a department at the head office.
It makes it easier to work here with lies like that, isn't it? My job is to rebuild the company. In other words, I'm like an auditor.
An auditor?
However, I have more authority than a regular auditor. I eliminated a department at headquarters in order to streamline the company. Since personnel are valuable, I had to move them to different departments.
Oh, way.
Kadaki, you...
What's wrong with Uriyasu? Acting like a delinquent.
You unilaterally canceled the contract for Boikomi, which I was in charge of, and then you tried to pin the blame on me for it, didn't you? You pushed that mistake onto me to try to drive me out?
That's
That's too much. It was more than just a case of adding fuel to the fire.
Not only were you dishonest about work, but you even manipulate Urasayu behind the scenes. That's enough reason to fire you.
No! If I get fired, I'll have nothing left.
Don't worry. Even if you quit the company, you'll still have that face. The chief was fired, and Uriyasu was chosen to fill the vacant position. A week later, I was helping Uriyasu with her overtime work. I hope the recontracting with Boikami goes well.
Yeah, I'll do my best. By the way, Katsura, you're not going back to the head office. You're such a talented auditor. You'll be in high demand.
I told him that I wanted to continue working here.
What?
I convinced them by saying that I would make this company as good as the head office.
Are you lying? Hey, tell me the real reason.
Well,
Well,
that's because I want to drink Uriyasu's delicious tea.
what?
I know, it's a rather uncool reason. But for me, it's the biggest reason in the world. Whoa! She grabbed my hand?
I want you to eat my cooking too.
Uriyasu.
Hey, Katsura, will you become my lover?
If you don't mind. Uriyasu and I became a couple. A week later, we came to a very famous theme park in our hometown.
Wow, it's been a while.
This is the first time in my life. I thought places like this had nothing to do with my life.
You should stop feeling sorry for yourself like that.
No, but I really can't believe it. I never thought I'd be able to go on a date with someone as wonderful as Uriyasu.
You're wonderful too. You were so cool when you got angry for me.
Uriyasu.
Come on, let's go.
Yes! The Dream Theme Park is a place that's too dazzling for a dull guy like me. But as long as I have her who will hold my hand, I'll be able to smile even in this dream world.